Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's daily currency call, where Jin shares his analysis and ideas for a specific currency for each day. So the schedule of the week is usually Monday, Aussie and Kiwi, which is today, Tuesday, Euro, Wednesday, Pound, Thursday, Yen and Gold, and Friday, the Canadian dollar. So I do see a lot of new names here today. So help me with this poll. Is this your first time here? Yeah, so this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. We will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So a disclaimer here, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. So just a quick look at the poll. Yeah, we do have quite a few first-timers here. So I'm just going to launch the second poll. How did you get to know us? How did you get here? So while you guys are filling out the poll, a quick introduction about Jin. Jin is the founder of LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase. He teaches members of the LCMS Traders Club on how to trade FX. And for Forex Briefcase, he trades an account with more than $10 million USD on a daily basis for his managed account clients. He is also an international speaker where he speaks in countries like Hong Kong, UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Singapore, sharing his views about the FX market. So looking at the poll again, yeah, we do have quite a lot of you coming in from the Telegram channel. So I know you guys are enjoying the Telegram channel absolutely free, but I want to take this opportunity to share with you guys about the Traders Club. So this is our private Facebook group where we teach, guide, signal, and coach you to be a better and more profitable trader. So this is the place to be regardless of whether you are new, experienced, part-time, or full-time. So if you come in from the Telegram channel, you have been enjoying our trade signals absolutely free. But a question you might have is, you know when to enter a trade, but you do not know where to exit. So what we have here at the Traders Club is, yes, you usually get these trade signals from the Telegram, but in the Traders Club, you get it earlier, and we also tell you the strategy behind the signals. So the 5 steps strategy behind the signals, and we also tell you where do we suggest you to exit, and you don't get all this in Telegram, you only get like 20, 40, 60 pips. But in the Traders Club, we actually suggest to secure profits at which level. So these are things you don't get in the Telegram channel. So, you know, in the long run, we not only want you to earn from the profits, but you also get to learn how to trade better. So if you want to learn new strategies, if you're totally new to trading, you want to learn new strategies, we have members only live Zoom sessions on Monday and Wednesday to teach you new strategies, guide you through, run through some trade ideas, guide you and through some recent market and economic developments. So this is also the opportunity for you to pick Jin's brain on pretty much anything trading related. So as an example, if you look at my screen on Monday, what we usually do is an economic roundup about last week so that it gets you ready for trading this week. And then we again coach you on the signals, and also Jin will provide a lot of group coaching advice, you know, on full-time trading, on psychology, any trading related matters. So like I said, it's the best time to pick Jin's brain on pretty much any trading related matters. And then on Wednesday, we actually have a lot of tutorials. So we go through again the trend series, how to use Fibonacci, how to use moving average to find trend, you know, and then a lot of things like chart patterns, candlestick patterns. So on Wednesday, a lot of tutorials for you to approach trading in a more wholesome manner. Lastly, we have a lot of daily analysis going on where, you know, we share our daily analysis, currency watch lists every day, every single day. So if you look at how the Traders Club is run, look at this. We've one of our members getting one-to-one coaching from Daniel, giving a good review for Daniel here. And then we have Traders Club members sharing their analyses and ideas. Then we will put in comments. So these are things that you will benefit from Traders Club when you join us. So to join the group, it is a paid subscription of $199 a year, which is less than $1 a day. So if you are facing any uncertainty in your trading, you just need to join this club. Head over to tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. I will post up the link later. Scroll all the way down. You will see the link, $49 a month or $199 a year. I will take $199 a year because it's just 54 cents a day and it saves you 65% of your money. So if you click in, join us, get some guidance towards your profits and coaching to improve your confidence and strategy immediately. So, with a close-knit community of senior traders, experienced traders, coaches, and even Jin here guiding us through trading, your trading journey will definitely be more enjoyable and profitable. So with that, I'll pass the time now to Jin for the currency call.
Thanks for that. So good morning, everyone. Monday today, good, super exciting week we have coming up. A lot of news, a lot of things leading up to possibly big news, big movement in the market. The main thing to take note of, I spoke about this last week on Friday. The main thing to take note of is a lot of central bank news coming around. So what you're probably going to see is quiet market, and then suddenly big moves come up. Okay, so looking at the news first, let me find it. Hang on. So looking at the news first. All right, forextradingasia.com. Make sure you are signed up. Make sure you are registered for it. Get points for reading. You get points for reading articles and then rating them. You can redeem the points for, redeem the points for Amazon vouchers, $20, $5, all that kind of stuff. So, you get points for rating articles, using articles, and then you get to claim cash vouchers for that. So looking at the news coming up this week, what I want to make you pay attention to is today, Monday, not a lot of news happening. We had the yen news come out already. We got some euro news coming out. Not going to move markets. Nothing going to happen too much today, apart from the UK and the Eurozone making that decision to continue talking about Brexit deal past the possible due date. So, that's why we've seen that big jump up in the euro and also in the pound. Some positivity coming around and not keeping that hard deadline there. So nothing much happening today and tomorrow. So pay a bit more attention towards the, during these 2 days, pay a bit more attention to the pound news. But what you'll see is that tomorrow morning, early morning, we have the RBA meeting minutes talking about what happened last meeting, but nothing much happened last meeting. So I don't think this meeting minutes will move markets too significantly. You can see some Chinese data coming out earlier in the mornings. And then after that, the pound employment numbers. I'll tell you more about the pound employment numbers when we talk about this on Wednesday. It'll be a bit late, but we'll talk about this on Wednesday. Traders Club members will talk about it tonight. We'll go through all these news in detail tonight during the weekly call. Okay, so make sure you attend the weekly call, Traders Club members. Employment numbers are there. Nothing super exciting after that. But on Wednesday, this is where everything starts happening. On Wednesday, from 4 o'clock onwards, we start seeing PMI numbers come out from the Eurozone. Manufacturing PMIs from France, from Germany, and then the overall Eurozone, and then the UK manufacturing and services PMI numbers come out. And then after that, we see retail sales numbers, CPI numbers coming from the Canadian side, all that news coming around US PMI numbers. So I would say it's almost like a PMI Wednesday, right? PMI Wednesday. make sure you pay a bit more attention. We'll go through in detail. I think that especially for the US side, we're going to see a bit of a drop. We're going to see a bit of a drop in terms of PMI numbers, possibly from 58.4 to about 55. I think we might even see it at about 54. I think we might even see services at 54 or even 53. Still expansionary, but slowing down a bit, primarily because of what's happening in terms of the virus. We see that businesses have shut down, have closed down for a period of time. People are not going out as much. All that put together, services PMI possibly going to drop a bit, which would lead to possibly a bit more of a weakness in the US dollar. Manufacturing PMI from 56 to 55.8, probably about coming out at about 55. Not a big change, but also going to signal some weakness into the US dollar. Okay, so main thing, I'm picking up the main feel here on Wednesday is possibly going to see some weakness into the US dollar. But pay attention on Thursday morning, 3 a.m. Thursday morning, 3 a.m., we're going to have the FOMC statement coming out with the rate decision and the press conference at 3:30. Okay, so during that time, we're going to see quite big volatility, especially as we come towards the end of the year. This is possibly going to, cause a little bit more volatility during this period. No change. I don't expect a change in the rate decision statement. I think that we might actually see a bit more of a positive approach coming from the FOMC. What I mean by that is we're probably going to see no changes, but they're going to say that, hey, it looks like the economy is recovering. It looks like markets are stabilizing a bit. It will take time for the economy to fully recover from what has happened over the past year, but it looks like it is going through that step-by-step process to recover. So because of that, I think that we might see some positivity from the FOMC. We might see some bullishness into the US dollar at this point. Thursday is super important for all traders out there because there's a whole smattering of news. We have the GDP numbers coming from New Zealand at 5:45. Okay, and because we're talking about the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar today, pay attention to this on Thursday morning. What you'll notice is GDP numbers going from minus 12.2% to expected 13.5%. A big turnaround, a huge turnaround. So it's gone up another 12% to break even and then 13% up. So a big turnaround on GDP numbers. If that does come around, or even if we see a positive GDP number come around quarter on quarter, we could see some further upside in the New Zealand dollar. However, changing it around, the Aussie employment change numbers going from 178K to 50. So still positive, but not super significant. I do think that an unemployment rates at keeping it about 7%, I do think that we might see some toppish levels for the Aussie dollar. I do think that if it does come out at that kind of rates, we might see the Aussie dollar drop down a little bit because they can't continue that big numbers all the way. We might see it come off a bit of profit taking levels coming back down from the current highs. I'll show you what I mean with that on the charts. There's the Swiss National Bank interest rate decision going to hold. We'll talk more about that tomorrow as we talk about the euro and also the Swiss franc. I'll touch on that. The euro CPI numbers, pound rates are coming out on Thursday evening as well. So pound rates are coming out on Thursday evening. Look at that voting, whether they're voting to not change, hike, or cut. We will talk about that more in detail on Wednesday morning when we talk about the pound. And then US numbers all around. And then on Friday, we have the Bank of Japan monetary policy statement, rate decision, press conference. That's important. That's super important. We'll talk about that on Thursday. So we'll go through the yen pairs. And then after that, take a breather. It's the weekend again. So what you'll notice is there's a lot of news happening I will be, during this 11 o'clock call, I will be just going through my thoughts and expectations and possible triggers and take profit levels. But if you want to go through it in detail, if you want to look into how I project what I think they're going to say, what I think they're going to do, make sure you attend the Monday night call tonight, where I guide you through it on the details and how to project it. Okay. So with that, looking at the charts, this is the Aussie US on H4 time frame. Aussie US on H4 time frame. You can see last time we spoke about it. So last week when I spoke about it, I said it will come down, test this 740 level. It did exactly that right here before going up, and it did exactly that. It test 74 and went straight up towards 7522. I hope you did jump into that trade. I'm super happy that I was able to do a 2-directional projection downwards and then upwards. So I hope you jump into that trade. At this point right now, looking at the PMI numbers, we see some possible weakness into the US dollar. And then after that, strength possible, some hawkishness from the FOMC. And then that possible weakness into the employment numbers coming from Australia. What I think that we might see is over the next couple of days, Monday and Tuesday, we might see it sit there at this level. So sit a bit horizontal. I think it might fluctuate at this point before possibly I would like to see it drop, possibly drop off this 7522 level back down towards 7377. Okay, this is a counter trend trade. This is a counter trend trade with, you could be looking at about that point and below 75, so 7499, look for below 75. You could be looking at a 40 pip stop loss or a good 100 pip take profit. 40 risk 40, make 100. That would be a good trade to get into on the counter trend if you have that kind of risk capital to take advantage of this. However, if it doesn't break 7522, say it bounces upwards, then look for that upward move. You could see 7732 there, but it looks like quite a big move up. Only look to buy if it goes above 75, let me see, 7570. If it goes above 7570, 60 pip stop loss, 140 pip take profit. At this point, the Aussie dollar is that too. It's more likely it'll be a nicer trade to trade it upwards towards 7732 or 7730. However, I don't think it will continue up that much. I would actually like to see it sit at this level, come lower, and then maybe from this point bounce back up again. All right, so we've seen that 2-directional. It depends on what the news is going to come out. It all depends on what the news is going to come out, whether it's good news on the Aussie employment numbers, whether it's going to be bad news or good news coming from the FOMC. Either direction, we'll get into the specifics when we come closer to the news event. Looking at the New Zealand dollar, when we looked at it last week, I said that it was possibly going to go up and test 7179 or 7180. Didn't do that. It tested 0.7 before bouncing back up again. At this point, it looks quite toppish. I'll put in this line there so we get a bit easier to see. It looks quite toppish at about 70 or 71. It looks quite toppish at about 0.71. I think that we might actually see it continue up, test this 71 level before possibly seeing it go quite a bit higher that way. Okay, why I think it's going to go higher is really from the GDP quarter-on-quarter number, going from minus 12% to plus 13%. We might actually see it sit at this level. You can keep a very tight stop, 20 pip stop loss, 60 pip take profit, 1:3 upward move. But take note take note, this GDP number is coming out at 5:45 a.m. on, where was it? On Thursday morning. Where is it? No. It's, where is it? Yeah, 5:45 a.m. on Thursday morning. So this might be one of the trades that you want to set a pending order for, not something that you're going to sit there and jump into trade at 5:45. You know, if you want to find out more about how to get into that pending order, I think that we're going to see a lot of straddle positions coming up this week, right? Straddle positions gives you the opportunity to jump into a trade leading up to the news. But there are some calculations, some risk management strategies that you need to take on board when you do that straddle strategy. I think we'll get the guys to put in the link in the Traders Club again, just to remind everyone where that straddle strategy is. Make sure you watch that video, I think, or rather I know that it's going to be really useful leading up to this week, especially from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday onwards. All right, so with that said, I will pass it back to Jinwei.
All right, thank you, Jin. So before you guys leave, you help me with this poll, or what do you think of this webinar? At the same time, I'm gonna post up some links in the chat. Yeah, so do subscribe to our YouTube channel for the daily recordings, Telegram channel for our signals, and then if you're interested in Traders Club, either drop us a message or straight away click into the link and sign up. So yeah, on that note, see everyone. For the Traders Club members, we will see you tonight for the weekly live call with Jin, and for everyone else, we will see you guys tomorrow morning for the currency call. Yeah. So with that, thank you and bye.
Sorry, I just saw Wayne's question. Chinese news on Tuesday, will it affect the Aussie dollar? Not too much, not too much. This is not one of the news that will affect the Aussie dollar. You're going to find out more about which news will affect the Aussie dollar, then head on to the 4-day because fundamental news are all there. All right, Wayne, so make sure you jump onto that. All right, so take care. Bye.